Hey, AfterBuzzers, you are tuning in for the season finale of Scorpion, Scorp Family Robinson. I know you're going to want to talk about it because we're not going to talk about it for months, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
When did this song come out?
You know my sense of time. It could have been a year ago.
You never want to ask Susannah anything that has to do with time.
Sorry, guys.
It's all one big blur to her.
It's one big blur.
But welcome to AfterBuzz TV. Ayo, we are tuning in for the season finale of Scorpion. I can't believe we're there. 25 episodes later.
It was quick and also a while. We started a while ago, but I think because of all the breaks we had.
Right, so many different breaks. We did start back in 2016. I think it was like October of 2016. Here we are, May of 2017, finally to the end of season 3 of Scorpion, but don't worry, there's going to be a season 4, and you can tweet me as we wait for season 4. I'm one of your hosts, Monse Bolanos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Monse Bolanos, MonseBolanos. You can also talk to her.
Talk to me at Susannah_Kim, SUSANNAH_KIM.
You have a very 90s look going on
Thank you. Thanks.
Which is back in trend.
Yeah.
It's like a thing now. And you're rocking it.
Oh, thank you.
The hair, I love.
Thanks.
I can't.
I mean, my hair is kind of always like this, but thank you.
No, it's
probably the other stuff, maybe.
It's a combination.
Oh, thank you.
Combination. Looking at rocking it. Yes. So what did you think of the season finale?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like that overall the season finale wasn't what we expected at all, because I thought the whole time we were like, oh, it's going to be the wedding, it's going to be the finale, whatever, you know?
Right.
Obviously, the wedding happened already, and this was something totally different. The only thing for me that I was kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen next season, you know? We have nothing to be like, oh, I can't wait to see, like, what happened. You know, it was kind of a nice, pretty little, wrapped season 3 package, which I like, too. But, you know, that was the only thing. I thought there would be something, like, cliffhanger-ish, you know?
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely not a typical season finale.
Yeah.
Not at all. We had our highs 2 episodes ago. And so, like, it was interesting because you could almost end the show. Almost. You could
That's
just
what I was thinking.
Wrap it up. I wonder if that's what they were worried about. Maybe
Just in
they
case
were like,
or
hey,
something?
what if we don't get picked up? Let's wrap it up, which a lot of TV shows don't do.
Right.
So it was nice because you literally, if they didn't come back, you were like, well,
Right.
Walter and Paige are together. Toby and Happy are together. Sly is still the person in the Altadena, whatever he's doing. Alderman, thank you. Cabe is still waiting for Ellie. Like, it literally was a way to kind of end if the show wasn't going to come back. I liked it, but to me, it wasn't a season finale. But we got so much that I'm not upset about it. It doesn't. I'm okay with it, just because we got a lot of what we wanted in the season finale. We got in the last 2 episodes.
Right.
So it was like, all right, you still gave us what we wanted. You just gave it to us before we wanted it.
I do kind of like, though, that the last 2 episodes were something totally different.
Totally
we weren't in LA.
No.
You know, and for a split second, there was not a split second, for throughout the last episode, I was sort of like, oh, are we not going to make it back to LA by the end of the season? You know, I wasn't sure if maybe season 4 was going to be Scorpion on an island, solving different missions or getting into trouble and, you know, having to fix issues there on the island and then still trying to get back to LA, which would have been interesting. But definitely the whole episode, I was like, are they going to get back? Is this going to happen?
Is this going to, I know, you were, and even the last episode, I was like, how are they going to get out of this? But what's interesting is they probably wanted to show a little bit of initial dilemma.
Right, yeah.
Kind of to get that out of the way. So, like, maybe the season premiere of season 4 won't have too much dilemma. Even though there is, you know, they did show us Happy's music video, which I thought was like, oh, they're literally kind of answering all the questions.
Right, yeah, it's not sort of like what's happening there with Happy, you know? It's kind of just, she has a history, you know?
She has a history, and she's addressed it. She's like, this is what's going to happen, and we're going to move on.
Yeah,
and
but hopefully they will bring that back, though.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's more to find out about Happy.
I hope so. I hope so. Like we've talked about, I hope we see history of like how each of them maybe met Walter, like you've mentioned.
I want
would
it
love
so
to see
bad.
that.
My biggest request.
I would love to see all of that. But you're right. It's kind of like leaving us with season 4, kind of like, what's going to happen in season 4?
Right, that was my only thing. I didn't have anything like, which is, kind of nice too, because it's really frustrating to have something that's like, oh, you didn't answer this. But, thank God they did answer all the things that we were wondering.
They did.
They waged us before the season ended. So they answered that question. We didn't leave us on a wedge. So that's nice.
Right. I agree.
But
they didn't leave us upset. They didn't leave us upset, which is fabulous because there's so many shows that leave you upset. Didn't leave us upset. Didn't leave us like, well, what's going to happen here? They really did answer a lot of the questions, which I liked. And something that I also really liked in this was that Ralph was wrong. Did anybody else enjoy that?
Ralph was wrong? What are you talking about?
When he was trying to use the radio in the end, and they were like, "Oh, he's gonna try and do
right,
try and do what we're doing, but taking it into his own hands."
Right.
And it was wrong.
Right. Well, I don't know if it was wrong, but it was very like risky and dangerous.
Right. And I don't think he knew that.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe he just didn't care. And was like, I'm gonna do this anyway. And they're thinking like that's too dangerous for a kid to do.
Maybe, but it's like, why didn't the others think of it?
Right, yeah, that's true. Or why was he so careless?
Right. I liked that it didn't go well because it's like he's a child, and even though he is the smartest.
Right, and real quick on that, Ivan Soto saying Ralph's IQ is 200, finally confirmed. Because they did mention it this episode.
Right. I love that his IQ, we've known from the beginning, he has the highest IQ, but also there's things like you have to learn. It's like you might have all the calculations right, but it still might be a little off.
Yeah.
And I liked that.
Yeah, and especially something like that where it's like, oh, you need to be careful. Those are kind of things that you learn from life experience.
Exactly.
From age and from, wisdom and having those sort of experiences, like touching a hot stove, and
For
sort of that kind of thing. Yeah,
you're probably
I get what
right.
you're saying.
You're probably right about the whole, like, he just didn't know. He didn't realize
or didn't care, yeah.
He didn't care, which I liked all of that. I really, really enjoyed the whole episode. It just, to me, it was, like, interesting how this is how they chose to end the season. That's all. But I really did like the episode, and I like that it was a continuance. I really had no idea how they were going to get off this island, especially the way that this episode starts off with Sylvester basically saying, like, we're going to die.
Yeah.
So I'm going to write this journal so people know how we die.
And that was so different, too, to have a narration the whole episode. That was so different for us.
Right.
And that, I guess that kind of makes me excited for season 4. Maybe they will change up the formatting. Maybe they will give me my origin stories.
Which I don't know why they wouldn't want to do that.
Right. If you guys could all tweet all the writers on my behalf, feel free to use my name. It's SUSAN. But yeah, I would love that. I want to know where they all met Walter. And since we are kind of like changing up the formatting a little bit now that they were pretty free with what happened this episode as far as like the narration and stuff, I would love to see more of that sort of, different formatting, or maybe like they'll have an episode where Ralph narrates or something, to see it from his perspective.
All of that. I would love all of that.
Yeah.
It was just such an interesting take. Like I said, they gave us like different things, but it's like now we have to wait for how many weeks?
Right, yeah.
To get more, like...
months.
Months.
Y'all.
All right. So, this episode, we're back at this island, and it's really like, how is this going to go? And even though, like, Sylvester, from the beginning, even in last episode, he's like, I don't know if we're going to survive. From the beginning, he's kind of been like a little, what's the word? Not negative.
Yeah, negative, yeah.
I mean, negative, but like, negative in his calculations that he has. Like, as a genius, I'm sure the reason he's negative is...
Right, I get it. It's reasonable, yeah.
It's reasonable. Like, if we were negative, it's because we don't know any better, and we're like, we're going to die, we're in an island.
Right, but he's being a total, like, pessimist, and...
Yes, that's the word. Thank you. That's actually the word I was looking for. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much. But he's telling this story, but yet, everybody else seems to be working together except him. He's the one that's kind of, like, isolated himself a little bit. I get it. Who knows what I would do?
Yeah.
If I was stuck in an island like that.
And it makes sense, too, with Sly, because he is sort of, like, not the most emotionally sensitive, but it's sort of, like, he's very, like, fragile in a way, because he's so, like, phobic of so many things, or he has so many phobias. I was stupid. But, he has so many phobias and stuff, so it kind of makes sense that he would, like, break in a way.
Yeah, and he's a human calculator, so his mind is, like, constantly calculating things and like percentages, and in his mind he was like, well, we probably have a 13% chance of survival. Which is only is something that he would think. But at the beginning of the episode, we see everyone's trying to work together. They got Coconut, oil.
Yeah, I liked
coconut
that little
meat,
montage.
all of that. The fish,
water thing.
water, asking for a lime, all of that. Like, it seems like they're living in harmony, and they're just trying to figure it out. Which, you know, and they talk about civilization, which I thought was very interesting. How Cabe was like, well, we have to remain civil, like do the normal routine, me shaving, so that we all remain civil, which is so little things like that you wouldn't think about. I was like, man.
Yeah, which everyone was asking about that last week when Ari was here. Everyone in the live chat kept asking, like, why is Sly the only one with a beard, with a full-on beard, you know? So they did answer that.
It's true. Yeah. It's true.
And I love that reasoning behind it. It's not something I would have thought of, you know?
But so, and from not the genius.
Yeah, from Cabe. Yeah.
From Cabe, but such a real thing that you're like, dude, you're right. You should stay as normal as possible so that this remains, you know, a democratic, civil, whatever.
It makes sense it came from him because it's not really like a book smart thing. That's a street smart thing. That's like a, you know, person-to-person social thing.
Yeah. So I love that whole beginning, just kind of showing you a little bit of everything. And then the montage that they show at the beginning, it starts to show a different light with people starting to get a little cray, whether it comes to food or whether it comes to sex. Like, we got two couples on this island that are probably only thinking about food and sex. You know what I'm saying? One who's a newlywed and one who just started dating. So basically, they're feeling the same things.
Right.
And I love the whole, like, that shot of Toby with the loincloth and, like, Paige is like, oh.
Yeah, not just food and sex, but also clothing as well is kind of going out the door.
Like, everything.
Because Toby's having clothing issues. Happy starts having clothing issues where she starts wearing her elf costume. There's a lot of things happening there.
Yeah. All of that. It was such real, believable things. And, like, the fact that it's like, oh, we're on our honeymoon. So the stuff that they actually have on the plane or this aircraft are the honeymoon gifts.
It's nice. It works out.
And
it makes it believable that they have these things, you know?
Totally. They didn't bring in anything out of the ordinary.
Right.
Like, everything was, like, stuff that you would have. Now, everything survived. All of these materials survived from the plane. So, all right, we'll give it to them. That's cool. But we do get into a dilemma. Like, we got two teams. One wants to make this magnet that's going to interfere with the magnetic field of the Earth. And then we got this other group that's trying to make a raft.
So unnecessary.
Which one would you pick? If you're in that situation and you heard both stories, who would you go to?
Because it's why do you need to pick? Why can't it just be like, because what they ended up doing was a whole freaking team and you just have two things going on, which they've done before.
Survival of the fittest. Who would you
always
pick?
Do it. Only because they're being nutso because they're on the island, I'm assuming, you know, because they're hungry.
Yes.
I think I would pick Walters.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yes. Why? I just don't want to end up on a raft
going out into the ocean,
like
into the
Tom
rain.
Hanks with Wilson and my volleyball.
Exactly. I don't need to be floating out there. I feel way more comfortable on land in the middle of nowhere than on ocean in the middle of nowhere, you know?
You know, I don't want to be I don't want to be with a Wilson. I don't want to let go of Jack. I don't want to be like Jack and Rose. You get off the raft because
never
you don't
let
fit.
Go. I will let go.
I will shove you off.
This is enough, you guys. This is enough for me. I'm just gonna go,
But yeah, that's honestly, I feel like, how do you think you're out at sea a little bit better, especially with the monsoon season coming in, which they mentioned like twice or three times in this episode. So, but I get it.
I like the idea that Toby initially had of like just sending a raft out.
Yes.
Because that's what he had. So I don't know why they wouldn't just continue doing that, you know, with like a signal or something.
You're right. Because it's like his raft kept failing, but if you make one that works, why not just send it out with something? Somebody will find
with
it.
no one on it.
But I guess, I think the way that they got around that was like showing the fact that Cabe's letters to Allie kept coming back.
Right, yeah.
So it's like, how can you send a raft without anyone directing it?
True.
You don't know where it's going to end up. But they get into this, fight? Not a fight, but like a competition?
Yeah.
Almost like a competition as to who can get out of the island first type of thing. And this puts these couples into their first kind of little predicament. I mean, we even get Walter calling Paige a traitor.
Yeah, that was quick.
That was super quick.
Right?
But I like how Paige addresses it instantly. And it's like, no, this is my fault. I told him to do all this. It's okay. I'm not offended. I'm a traitor. Whatever. And like, as they're showing you all this, I really was not expecting to cut to like a couple of scenes later where it shows that both teams had a spy, essentially. Yeah, like helping each other out. Because that's, I think that's the whole point of this episode was to talk about the team. Like, we are a team, and no matter the situation, we're only gonna get out of this.
And it was funny that they brought back the whole like Walter versus Toby thing.
Yeah,
you know, because that was fun, like a fun little like almost like a brother versus brother situation that we had going on for a few episodes.
A little bit.
So they kind of brought that back with this episode.
Yeah, and I like that Sly was kind of like the person that was supposed to decide who got the power.
Yeah, we had 2 team captains and a ref.
And our ref was Hagrid.
Yes. I loved that reference.
Yes, and remember last week Ari said that it was all put on him, all the like facial hair.
Yep.
Which I thought looked real good.
Yeah, it looked great.
I thought it looked real. You know what I mean? Like I was like, hey,
I liked it,
give it up to the makeup artist on that one, because to me it looked real. I thought it was real until he told us it wasn't. But he has like this power to give this radio that's either gonna give them the magnetic force that they want to interfere, or to what they want with the Raft. What do they want it with the Raft for?
I think they need. Well, she was supposed to break it down and turn it into something.
They wanted the insides of it. They didn't necessarily want the like signal. Right. They wanted something else of it.
She was gonna turn it into something.
And you know, Sly with Mitchell, his little chameleon.
Yeah. I know.
It's so cute, little chameleon.
Cute. I'm just sad now thinking of Ari's story that they're gone now.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mitchell. Mitchell and Mitchell.
Right?
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah, I know.
But he has Mitchell throughout the episode, Mitchell and Mitchell. And it turns out that Sylvester doesn't know really what to do with this information until Walter threatens to eat Mitchell.
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And also gross. It made me think of, hold on, oh my gosh. There was a movie, like during like American Pie time, with that guy... And it's like a stupid, silly movie. It's not Toby, but somebody like him. And I can only remember him, like the image of this guy, like trying to eat a rat or like having a rat. And it's like during the time of America, it's like a funny movie. Tom Green? Tom Green, is that the actor? Anybody in the chat, if you know what I'm talking about, I'm not crazy.
Okay.
But that's literally instantly what I thought of.
You guys let me know. I'll be here checking for her.
I think it's Tom Green.
Yes. Yeah. I was thinking of when the lizard goes into the mouth in Parent Trap. That's Parent Trap, right?
Yeah, with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. And the lizard goes into the lady's mouth.
Do you think that's a real lizard, by the way? Let's talk about that. Do you think that's a real lizard? Because
I don't
hashtag
know.
Truth.
Right. Is that before like really good CGI?
It climbs onto her face. It comes from her hair up to her face.
Yeah.
And she like that shot.
It,
it's like a whole face shot with the lizard in her mouth.
Yeah, the tail like slips in, right?
And it like is moving, and then she's like,
and that's what I was thinking of when he was holding it above his mouth. I was imagining
I think I'm talking about Tom Green.
Tom Green. Okay, Ivan Soto says Oz from Buffy ?
No.
Melanie, Lord of the Flies ?
Oh, good one, but no.
Christian Swibert says it was Tom Green.
See?
But I don't. That's all I got. Got it. Not even close, Barnes. I don't know.
It is Tom Green. Anyways.
Kristen, keep going. Let me know where.
anyways. So we have this whole Walter about to eat Mitchell, and that's what really gives them the answer as to who gets the radio. And it's revealed that he actually hid the radio. He has it somewhere hidden in the island. And then they realize, hold on, where's Ralph? I loved this. I love that Ralph was gone, because it's like he's gone all the time, but they don't address it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, this time he like took matters into his own hands.
And they actually addressed it, because they easily could have just been like, oh, who cares where Ralph is?
Right.
And move on and like do the episode, and then Ralph's at the end.
And I was kind of nervous thinking he's on the island or on the island on his own. I'm like, I guess you guys already decided that there are no wild animals and nothing could happen. But I mean, he fell into a sand pit, and you know what I mean. But anyways, you don't know what kind of trouble he can get into. But he's just on his own on the island,
creating drama because he found this radio, and he's gonna create his own magnetic force thing using both sides of the competition. He's trying to use both Walter and Toby's idea.
Mark Boyer, which we haven't seen that name before. So thanks for joining us, Mark. Said road trip, which made me think Euro Trip.
No, it's not Euro Trip.
Oh man,
it might be Road Trip.
Though. Oh, Road Trip. That's a movie.
It might.
I'm not a movie people, guys. I'm a TV person. I watch every show on TV.
You guys, I think you're right.
Road Trip. Oh, okay.
It
so
might
thank
be Road
you,
Trip.
Mark.
It might be. But it's definitely Tom Green.
Christian Swibert said Road Trip. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Thank you. And thank you all for tuning in.
Yes.
Seriously.
I see some new names again. Alvin John. And then, of course, our regulars, Corby1, NC Shell, Steven Starr. Love you guys.
Thank you so much for joining us. 25 episodes later.
Seriously.
And I'm sure some of you have actually tuned in for all 25 episodes.
A lot of you guys have been in this chat every week.
And we appreciate it. And those of you who aren't able to be here in the live chat but tune in later, We appreciate that so much. We love it. So seriously, thank you for joining us, you know.
And we're doing this 2 days later after the show airs.
Yeah, you guys are so
You're the
awesome.
best.
Thank you. Thank you. We're super excited for the next season. But seriously, thank you for joining us throughout this entire season that lasted what seemed like a really long time with all the gaps and everything. You guys, thank you. Thank you for tweeting us, giving us your song ideas, questions, thank you.
Yes, and all the amazing gifts.
Seriously, and all the info. Thank you guys. Thank you. We're so glad we're not alone in this, and we appreciate it. But yeah, so Ralph is off being Ralph, and we think he's just off because he's done with the negativity, is what Paige says. Which, listen, there's a lot of negativity going on in that island, which I understand. But I love how the person who saves Ralph is the person who's least expected to save Ralph in this situation.
Yes.
He's cranking that thing and trying to get that magnetic force, whatever he's trying to do. And Scotty, out of like everybody, the guy with the freaking, broken, dislocated arm, shoulder,
I mean, it was crushed, I thought, you know?
Yeah, like
I can't imagine what kind of damage is happening in there.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if he still has feeling in his, like, fingers and stuff. But that guy is the one who literally jumps to the moment and saves Ralph from what could be death, you know?
Yeah.
An explosion does happen, but moments before the explosion happens, he's able to kind of tackle him and take him away from the explosion. But they both get sucked into the sand.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that was happening. Because they cut it real quick, and then I think we went to commercial, and I was like, "What's happening? They just fell. What do you mean?
Yeah,
it
happened
fell
so quick.
so quick. Literally gets sucked into the sand. It seemed a little long for Scotty to hold his breath that long.
Oh, that he was under?
A little bit, just a little bit.
I would have expected him to be like passed out or unconscious when he came out.
Yes.
But luckily he was okay.
It looked like he was okay.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I love that scene because, again, give it up to Catherine McPhee, who I love so much. Her desperation as she is like digging through that sand was so clear that it was like, I am desperate because my son is there.
And I love that they made the point that they're like, Paige shouldn't be, you know, she's not the strongest here. Someone else should be digging. But Toby makes a point to say, dude, a mom that's trying to help her baby has the strength of, you know, 50 men. You know what I mean? Oh, I loved that. You know?
Yeah, and her determination, it was like you could see the difference in her eyes. And just her eyes. You see the difference from one scene to the next, and how, like you said, it doesn't matter who's helping, mom's going to help the most. Like, she's going to give everything she can. And her desperation is there. I loved all that. I loved all that.
That was great. And I also really liked in the, like, saving Scotty thing, the whole garbage pail on the head so he could breathe and her poking the holes in. I loved that.
I didn't know what they were going with that.
And yeah, I really liked that.
Especially because Happy's like, do you have the bucket or the pail, whatever. You think she's going to scoop it out to get more because Cabe's like, I keep scooping, but it keeps falling back down. And no, it was to give a moment to breathe while they...
I wonder how they shot that. Like with the... Because, man, seeing that sand continue to, like, berate his face, Scotty's face, I was like, man, that looks so uncomfortable, you know? So I wonder...
You think it was him?
I don't know.
You don't think it was like a...
Maybe a person or like a wax? Yeah, I would love to know, you know,
what the head of a wax?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely when they were pulling Ralph out, it didn't look like Ralph's head.
No.
Yeah, for sure, not Ralph. But yeah, with him, I just... Man, it looks so uncomfortable. Definitely
that one
seeing
shot,
him, like,
yes.
It was like he was just... being swallowed by the sand.
But,
yeah, I could definitely feel that, like, anxiety.
Yeah, a little bit. I thought definitely for sure. I was like, that has to be a wax. That has to be like a pup, like something, not actually a Scotty.
Right? Yeah.
And you know, they end up saving him with the bucket. He's able to breathe. They're able to get him out. And something we didn't discuss, which we've questioned throughout this episode, is how long has time passed by? Something that we don't always know. But actually, in this episode, thanks to Scotty, at the very beginning of the episode, it is kind of addressed that it's been over 3 weeks, at least. Because we know, he says, my son or daughter has to be born by now. In the last episode, he said his wife was due in 3 weeks. So it's like, it's been at least 3 weeks. And it just goes... Think about it. 21 days on an island.
It's a season of Survivor.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know if I would have survived.
Yeah, I mean, and I was thinking about that too. I was like, dude, if I was going to be trapped on an island with anyone, it would definitely be a group of geniuses. You know what I mean? But even them, they're having a hard time getting off the island. So, yeah, that's...
But 21, are you kidding? And it's probably a little bit more. It probably was like 25 days. Like, I'm just saying it was at least 3 weeks.
It's crazy.
I
could definitely
can't
see how
even
they were
imagine
getting
that.
like island fever, cabin fever.
For
you know?
sure,
Yeah.
why they were acting the way they were, 100%.
And I liked seeing the difference in like when they came back around for the fish, and Toby's just so over the fish, and then Sly tries asking for a lime, and Paige just like, tosses the whole lime in his cup. That was great.
It's like totally believable.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Makes sense.
I probably would have been
and
like
it's
that
a dynamic
4 days.
that we haven't seen with them, you know.
Yes, they're never in this situation.
We haven't seen them get so like tired of each other.
right. And so yeah, we save Scotty, we save Ralph. But what's shocking is I didn't think this was gonna happen, was that he actually did alter the magnetic force with that. They didn't think it was gonna work, but it actually worked. And they realized, okay, there's a plane, but they really don't have a lot of time. There's a plane that is like flying over this island.
And I love the way they checked that real quick when he was like, Walter, check your watch.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
you
like,
know?
oh yeah, it's not. You're right.
Yeah.
It's down. It's not working. Something's going on. And I love how we are still utilizing the wedding gifts.
Yeah.
Even till the end of this episode.
Yeah.
We are utilizing the wedding gifts to get them off the
I like
island.
how Paige was like, oh, I was hiding it. For what, girl? Like, were you
At
gonna
this point, why are you
hide it
still
and then
hiding
take
it?
it back or what?
But I loved it.
That was
Because
funny.
they bring Cabe's pennies, the copper. They need that for whatever it is that they're trying to do.
Yes.
But I love how Happy was like, nobody got me the thing that I asked for 14 times. And then Paige was like, oh, no, I have it. Why are you hiding it, girl? What are you doing with this?
Right.
You think you're going to take it back to the garage? And be like, hey, I got you this. But they have it. They get the pennies. They start destroying. They make an SOS on the ground.
Yes.
And I like how it still didn't work as good as they wanted it to. Like that they could only
Right.
light
They could only
the
do the
S.
one. Yeah.
I liked that. I liked all that because it's like, girl, you guys are working real
Decoration.
quick.
Yeah, exactly. It
Real
would make
quick.
sense if they like had the time and they
Right.
were gonna prepare and you know
Right.
they ended up being able to do it all, but
Right.
they can only do a little bit.
A little bit. But they did it. They are able to crush this copper and make, this kind of explosion type of thing. And they get this signal out. And it's kind of almost like the same thing at the last episode where they think it's not going to work out. Like they see it, but it keeps going.
Yeah.
And you think it's literally the same thing.
Yeah, and they literally say, "Oh, he didn't see us."
He didn't see
I think
us.
it was Ralph that says it.
But he does.
Yeah.
And then he comes back. And it's just like such, and before that, Paige gives that pep talk. Such an important pep talk.
Yeah.
Before the plane actually returns, where she's like, guys, we did it. Like, look at the amount of time we had. The best way is if we all work together. Like, we can't do this individually.
Still doing her job.
Still doing
They
her
are,
job.
you know, they're not on a mission technically, but she's still working.
Still doing it. Still doing it. And then it actually does come back. And it's just like an epic moment. I didn't think, I had no idea how they were going to get out of that.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think we have on the live chat, Walter kissing Paige.
Yes. Oh yes.
She's just so excited.
I know.
She's on the live chat.
It keeps coming up in our live chat. They want us to talk about the little moment that they had where Toby is talking to Happy and he's like, "Oh, Daddy's, Daddy."
Yes.
And then of course we have Paige doing a similar thing with Walter.
And she says, "Mama."
And she's like, "Mama's a little pent up."
Yes. So good. So
Yes.
good. I love that she said, "Mama." Not mommy, because she wouldn't say mommy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
know.
just the choice of words. It was like it was so well done. But
Daddy.
yes.
Is Daddy getting angry?
Is Daddy getting angry? That's our friend's reference,
Yes,
everybody.
for the day. You're welcome.
There you go. Is Daddy getting angry?
We had to do it.
Does Daddy want to spank me?
Sweetie.
Friends, season 10? Season 9? One of
see.
those seasons. Late in the
Time,
season.
again.
Late in the
I
season.
don't
Susannah
do
doesn't know what
time.
happened yesterday.
I don't do time.
But yeah, so I love that. And those were the two kind of like the spies.
Yes,
For
yeah.
each side.
And then that little moment too where Ralph sort of makes that comment to Toby where he's like, I have the highest IQ. You really don't think I know what you're talking about, man.
And then he's like, you might know what I'm talking about, but you won't understand it.
Until you're 18.
Yes.
Or a little younger, probably.
Yes,
let's
yes.
be real.
In the live chat, we have Alvin John, Phoebe. She's awesome.
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly who said that. And we love that you knew our reference. Yes, love it. Boom, roasted. And that was The Office. Okay, so they get saved. It's fabulous. They get saved. And, of course, we end up back at the garage, which I love that. I love that we actually do go back to the garage
made
and
it
kind
back
of
to LA.
wrap up this season where it kind of all starts.
Where we always end.
Where we always are. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. So we do head back to the garage, and everything seems to be like back to normal. But this is where we get that music video.
Yes.
Toby's like, I couldn't find her name, but I realized it was Feliz.
Also happy.
Also happy. So you need to get on it a little bit better. But finds Feliz's a music video. And it is quite K-pop.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't think that?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Even a little Joey with his blue lipstick in that
that's
music
what,
video?
That was the Ivan Soto. No, they're Friends reference with Happy's video.
Yes!
Yes.
100% with the blue lipstick. Totally.
What is it? Lipstick for
Ichiban.
And it's funny because we've been saying this at work every day. I don't know why, but we've been calling everything Ichiban.
Ichiban.
Lipstick for men.
Lipstick for men.
Yep.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of, which was, I was like, oh, that's interesting because this is supposed to be Portuguese or Brazil or Portugal, right?
But I love that she like broke it down. She was just like, you know what? Because it's very, why would Happy do a music video? It's so not Happy, so not within her character. So it was very weird. So I like that it explained it. She made it into an equation. She figured it out, you know, how to get this on the charts, and she just needed the money. Girl, here I am. I can't do.
You gotta calculate it. You gotta calculate that song.
If you can send that equation over, I will do that as well.
But totally, I love that they said that.
They explained it, yeah.
And
it's obviously not her.
Even while they're showing the video, it's still Happy, like the seriousness of Happy.
Yeah.
It's not like a typical pop star.
Right, yeah. And the way she was moving and her dance moves, it was very Happy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, that get up. Toby liked the get up.
Oh yeah, he likes anything.
He likes anything she's wearing.
Daddy likes it.
Daddy likes it. Daddy likes the elf. Daddy liked the Cleopatra, even though he had to destroy it in this episode to create his raft.
We've seen Happy in a lot of costumes now that I think about it. We've seen her in a schoolgirl costume.
Yeah.
Wasn't she a cheerleader at one point? They really like dressing her up.
They do. I wonder if she likes it. I wonder how much she enjoys that.
We gotta know Jaden a little bit better.
We do. You need to come on the show. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how much you're like happy or how much you're not like happy.
Yeah,
That's what I want to know about. But they address it. She addresses it. She kind of just almost, didn't you feel like she kind of like squashes it, almost like saying we're not going to talk about this next season, where she was like, I've had a past life, let's move on.
Yeah,
I felt like but they could bring it back. I'm not saying
totally
they can't.
And I think the fans are wanting that because everyone keeps saying like, what are Happy secrets? What is Happy hiding, you know? So I think that's what people are wanting.
I want that too, but I felt like she kind of
shut it down.
So
you think that storyline might be over, or
it wouldn't shock me just because of the way she handled it. It was very like matter of fact. I've had a pass. Boom. And then the way Toby handled it was like, you're right. Okay. Let's go get frisky.
Let's forget about that and do something else. But it's nice that they dropped that seed. So now, in case, or not in case, but when something does happen in season 4, they can easily be like, oh, well, remember when we said, you know?
Yeah, remember we said?
Lots of Happy that we don't know. So.
Yes. But I do think she squashed it. Yeah. I do think it could be the end, at least for maybe a little bit. And like you said, maybe they could bring it back and then relate to it. Yeah. But I do think they kind of squashed it a little quick. But they get very excited, and Toby says, don't call us for 2 weeks. Yeah. Don't.
We're on a real honeymoon.
We're going on a honeymoon to our place, which I get it. Yep. Listen, after being on an island for who knows how long, I'm sure you just want to be home and not talking to anybody.
Especially not the media, apparently, which is wanting them.
Right.
Which we were just talking about last week, how we were like, we love how Scorpion's, like, famous in this world, you know?
In this world. Yeah. I like how Cabe said that, because it's true. If you hear this story, would be a big story.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially since now that Scorpion's kind of, like, you know, becoming they're like local celebrities almost, or like, you know, superheroes in a way.
And I wish they would have, I know at the end, so in this whole, at the garage, we do get a little bit on Scotty. We realize he has a daughter, and that he's fine. But it's like, he needs a little bit more recognition. This pilot landed this plane with what Toby described as an energy drink or a soft drink or whatever. And I wish, give him
That's true. He should have been on TV.
More. Yes.
Yeah.
I wish they would have showed him being interviewed.
Yeah.
And then, like,
with his family
Cabe,
and stuff.
Yes. And then Cabe, like, we don't want to be interviewed. Right. And then Scotty is kind of like, we did it. We survived. I landed the
That would've been
plane,
sweet.
but Scorpion was the one that got us off this island, you know? And I loved how at the beginning, something I didn't mention at the beginning of the episode, when Scotty's like, what are you looking at me for? I only understand you and Paige. When he's talking to Cabe and they're trying to do like all the calculations, he's like, I don't understand anything besides you and Paige on this island. Yeah, so I would have liked a little bit of that. Yeah. And I feel like we're not going to see Scotty anymore. No. And I'm a little sad. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. I liked him. I liked him. Maybe we'll see him again. Yeah. But I feel like
maybe they'll need a pilot and be like, oh, I know who you can call.
But listen, if I was Scotty, I'd be like, I'm done. I retire. Right? If I survive this, I shouldn't get back on a plane. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. But so back at the garage, wrapping this whole up, we get Sly back to the
Alderman thing.
Thank you, Alderman. That I thought that was funny.
Yeah, how they counted him out because they thought he was dead. Which totally makes sense. He was gone for 3 weeks. He was Alderman for 3 weeks.
Love that. Yeah. On the chat, Scotty is a regular on Prison Break. Bye, Scotty. Thanks for coming.
Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
Don't tell Scotty.
Is that? That's from Euro Trip.
That's Euro Trip. Yep.
That's Euro Trip.
I know. That's one of the only ones I've seen. one of the movies I've seen is Euro Trip.
Euro Trip. Yeah, you have.
I watch very good movies, guys. By the way, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy last night. It was so good.
This first or second one? Not the first one.
Volume 2. I saw the first one.
I actually haven't seen either.
Oh my god!
And I know, and I would love it because that's my style of movie. And Chris, I would love it. Oh, and Chris Pratt, my future ex-husband.
All day, every day, love him.
Future ex-husband. I got lots of those. Yes. Chris Pratt, Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson, really? Anyways, watch it. It's so good. If you guys haven't seen it, Volume 2.
I need to. But I've heard.
Watch the first one.
I really hear positive things about it. I'm sure I would love it. I'm sure it's totally up my alley.
So
everything about it. Even though I'm a TV girl, just like you, 100%. I do watch a little bit more movies than you.
I haven't watched a movie in so long that I was like, okay, I need to watch something. Thank God there was something that I was like interested in watching. But it's been months since I've been to the movie theater. It's so much. It costs so much. And I only went because it was a Tuesday and they do $7 movies at the Cinemark. So.
Yeah, classy lady right over here.
I'm trying to spend $15 on a movie.
Yeah. You know what? I realize that I do watch movies, but what I watch are scary movies in theaters.
Yeah, you do. And
you know what I like about them? That they're usually only 90 minutes long. Oh, my problem with movies is that they're too long. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Let's move on. Let me watch the second half tomorrow. That's what I hate about movies. It's like, it's too much of a commitment. I got stuff to do today, yo.
And you know, I think that, but then I'll binge through three episodes of something else. And I'm like, where's my argument going on this? You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said that to me today at work, and I was like, I don't always binge watch, sir. Sometimes I just watch one episode of Stranger Things, and that's it. Yeah. Okay, but I do sometimes binge. Yeah,
but like I don't know what it is. I don't know what my excuse is. Maybe it's that I'm sad that I just get the one thing and then it's over. I don't know. But I'm just not a movie person. But
it's hard. It's hard for me.
But yeah, but that was my excuse too. I was like, oh, it's too long. And it's then too long. I watch 5 hours of something else.
But it's different because you could like, you know, when the episode's over, you have like a break and then you want more. Right. With the movie, it's like.
It's over, yeah.
Is it over yet? Right. Is it over yet? Hold on, it's almost. No, it's not over for the next hour and a half. I can't. Anywho, somebody wrote, Stranger Things. Ivan Soto, why are you hating on Stranger Things? Did you watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. It was great. I mean, it wasn't the phenomenon that I was like expecting.
Oh yeah, it wasn't the best thing ever, but it was
good. But it was good.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Nothing to hate.
This Is Us. Not the phenomenon I was expecting.
I love This Is Us.
But
it's been hyped up so much, so it's hard for it to live up to its, you know.
And I watched it all, so it's like clearly I liked it. But you told me about it.
Yeah, you know what's good? Legion. If you guys haven't seen Legion.
Tell me a little bit about it in 30 seconds. Go.
It's very, very, very loosely based on like the X-Men series, which is kind of a turn off for me because I'm not a huge like Marvel whatever. But so good. And it's very Eternal Sunshiny, very like trippy. You don't always know what's happening. It's a little crazy. Aubrey Plaza's in it. I used to
love her.
I used to hate her, and now I love her, and she's brilliant in this, Monse.
April in Parks and Rec.
Yes, I think if any female actress, I think should watch this because there's a lot of females in this, and they're all so strong. And the character that she is playing, it was written for like a 6-year-old man or something like that, and she got cast in it. Anyways,
question:
if you guys haven't seen it, watch Legion.
Is she April from Parks and Rec?
No, not at all. Okay. Yeah, which she's April in everything. I feel like.
And I actually read a thing. I really like the actress. I think she's great at what she did in Parks and Rec. But I actually read a thing that they were like that they met her in an audition, and that a producer like sent the director or something and was like, you need to put this girl on your show. She's the weirdest girl I've ever met.
It was she was doing stand up and someone saw her and it was like that. Yeah. And she wasn't, and she landed Parks and Rec, and then there was another big thing that she landed them both in like the same week.
That's crazy.
She wasn't doing anything, and she went from to having
That's
Parks and
crazy
Rec
how that
and then some
happens.
other huge movie that she did. But anyways, she's so good in this. You guys watch Legion. It's phenomenal.
All right,
the acting is good. The production, it's all really good.
You see how much we inform you here on the Scorpion AfterBuzz show? Another show. Didn't like This Is Us. Guys, I know. We're going on to other things. It's a season finale, so we're talking about other things. But let's wrap this up before we say goodbye to you. So, Sly takes Ralph with him to address the whole fact that he's not dead. And he's still the West Altadena alderman.
Yes.
No, okay, that one. And so he takes Ralph, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Cause then we can get a little wage.
Wage
action.
A little
time.
sugar for mama.
Yeah. And also, I do like how Toby brings the letters that Cabe wrote to Allie.
Yeah.
And he's like, here are the letters. And he says she's coming. It's addressed that she's kind of still in the picture, which I really liked.
So we know that she's around.
So we know that she's around. Loved all that. All that. Okay. But we have some alone time with Wage.
And it was amazing.
So good. And she's like, go get the wine. I'll meet you upstairs.
Yup. And I thought something like crazy was going to happen. I thought something crazy was going to happen. He starts like climbing up on the sink to get like the bottle from the top. But man, that was not the surprise that I was, expecting.
And she shows up looking real good.
Man.
Real good.
Man. Someone sent, I heard someone like tweeted me or Instagram or whatever, sent us maybe, or me, the Catherine's like workout thing.
Yeah.
She was like working out. I was like, dang, no wonder she looks like that. She was like,
getting it.
Getting it.
We have the live chat in front of us, and I just lost it, but Jennifer.
I have it. Jennifer
Stubner. Yes,
are you saying season 4?
Yes, she just said that season 4 might have a baby Quintus and a wage proposal. You guys, maybe, and that would be so good. But Paige in that shirt. Now, was that Walter's shirt?
I would think so. Yeah.
I wish it would have been. I don't know.
I mean,
like, take it off of her.
Take
it off of him, and then put it on. Because it was like, wait, is that your shirt? Or is that his shirt?
No, it was definitely a men's,
Yeah,
it's doing the whole, like...
But it wasn't long enough. Like, to me, I was like, it almost could be her shirt. I wanted it to be just a little longer. Right. But anyways,
they wanted
she looked
it short, though.
so good in that.
I mean, she looks good in anything, but yeah.
She does. But the way that they put that on her...
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be a little slutty, a little bit, just a smidge.
Yeah. See, I think it could have been a longer shirt, but they wanted to go with a short.
They're like, we're gonna be a little slutty for you today. We're gonna end this season, leave people wanting more, and boy, did it work.
Yes.
I hope it picks up just like that with Catherine Murphy in that shirt.
Sexy. Yeah.
Yes. Right. Is that it? Do we just? You guys, this is what? We're gonna talk to you for how many weeks, months? What? I can't. I can't. Do you have any predictions for season 4? I mean, it's so hard.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay. Well, I definitely think we're gonna have some more wedging happening in season 4
between the two couples.
Well, specifically wage wedging. I mean, Toby and Happy, they're a married couple now,
right,
so they're going to have their married couple issues, and that would be hilarious. I would love to see them, like, have to go to counseling. I mean, it's a little early for counseling, but, to have, like, these issues between them, and then see a little bit of them, like, living together. Because we haven't seen that living situation yet.
That's a great one.
I'd love to go home with them, you know? Because we haven't really been to their homes. We haven't seen Walter's home, Paige's home.
No.
Yeah, so I would like to go to their homes, let's see. Cabe and Allie, I think, will continue to grow strong, I don't see much happening. We already had drama with them, so I'd hate to wedge that. What else? That's it, right?
I feel like we're all kind of expecting the same type of things. Like, obviously, we're going to get a little bit of Allie back. We're going to get some drama between the characters, especially the two couples. I would like to see Ralph be interested in a girl.
Ooh, he is getting older now.
He's getting to that age where it's like a thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, he did have an episode where he was like trying to be, or they thought he was trying to be cooler or something like
and
that.
He wasn't. He was asking for something else.
But yeah, that's true. I would like to see Ralph more in the social situations where he wouldn't be able to handle himself because he is a genius. You're right.
So maybe not a girl, but in a more social situation now that because he's getting to that age.
Right.
There are dances happening. There are parties happening. Listen, let's put Ralph in that situation. I would love for Ralph to be like at a party. And then drama stuff goes down, and he saves the day.
Yes, he scorpions the situation.
I would love that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, and then he goes from being like the nerd or the left out kid to being like, dang, he's smart.
Who's that boy who's not on the football team but is super popular?
Right? And his nickname's now 200. Yo, 200, you know? Keeping it 200. Keeping it real. Yes.
Love it. Love it.
That's the new Ralph.
And I think that's how we end this episode.
Yeah.
Guys, girls, dogs, cats, everybody who's watching. You guys, thank you so much. Seriously, we really, really appreciate it. And I know I say that, but I'm not kidding. We appreciate that we're not the only ones here.
Yes.
Like, thank you so much. Thank you for your tweets, your comments, your views, your listening, everything, everything. Even if you don't like us and you're here, thank you.
Yes.
Because you might not like us, but thank you. Thank you so much. If you guys miss Scorpion, if you have any news on Scorpion, anything you find out, tweet us.
Which you guys are great at.
You're so great at that. Don't forget about us. Tweet us. You can find me, Monse Bolanos, on Twitter and Instagram, MonseBolanos. You can find Susannah Kim.
Yes.
Tell them.
You guys can find me at Susannah_Kim, SUSANNAH_KIM.
Yeah.
Let me know if you watch Legion. Let me know if you like it.
Yeah, let her know if you like Legion. And maybe I'll let you know if I like Legion. Maybe I'll jump on that. We don't have an exact date, even though last season it did return around October. Maybe we'll get something a little sooner than that. Who knows? But hopefully we will see you here for season 4 of Scorpion on AfterBuzz TV. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.